All right, hello everybody. Hello. Oh, here I was looking for. All right, hello everybody. Hello. Oh, here I was looking for. All right, hello everybody. Hello. Oh, here I was looking for. All right, hello everybody. Hello. Oh, here I was looking for. Okay, y'all let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. It's almost sounding like an echo. I'm not sure what that was. Let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. Okay. Are you all able to hear me and see me clearly? Sorry about that, y'all. Good evening, y'all. Good evening. Welcome to Andrea Speaks TV. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you all so much for your patience as I get everything together. I said that I wanted to go live, and so here I am, okay? To come on and talk about this this upcoming actually this ongoing winter storm here, and to also share that I have some information that there is supposedly another storm, okay? Y'all can see I got my hat on, my scarf, I have on a big coat with the hood. Y'all believe it or not, I almost a few years ago, I think I've told the story before, I also gave this coat away because I thought it was too big. But had I done that, I really would have been silly because this is a very warm coat. And even though it is a little bit bigger, okay, especially in weather like this, it comes in handy, okay? All right, y'all, let me just let me go right here. Let me see if I can get my comments up here. I'm not gonna be on here long, y'all. I just wanted to come on and give you some updates, okay? Just trying to get my for some reason, y'all already know how this plat is sometime. I'm trying to get the chat up, but the it's not loading for some reason. Y'all let me know able to see the chat. Okay, finally it just loaded. Let me see. Okay, so I put some, just to make sure the chat was working, I put some comments here. So if you could respond, okay, and let me know that you can hear me and see me before I get started. Okay, I'm gonna say hello to everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Okay, if this is your first time tuning in, I'm Andrea from Terry You Can Use. Thank you so much for your support. If you're tuning in for the first time, okay, welcome. I have over 1,400 videos here on the channel, y'all. Okay, talking about topics such as survival, preparedness, business topics, things that I feel like help you, your family, your loved ones. Okay, so stick around. I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, join our community here, as well as check out the many other videos I have here on the channel. Okay. All right, y'all. So I want to go ahead and get started. Okay. If you're just tuning in, I haven't started yet, but make sure that you watch the replay. Okay. Am I coming clearly, y'all? Sure that you, I think I am. Okay. So listen, okay. You all know I have been coming on the channel and I have been giving up to you all, right? I've been giving updates regarding this winter storm. Okay, now here in my area of Georgia, let me know where you're watching from too, by the way. But here in my area of Georgia, right here in my area of Georgia, it has been cold. Okay, just yesterday, I saw some snow flurries. Okay, got excited, but they quickly went away. But the temperature is dropping, y'all. Okay, we're in the if I were to guess, what the temperature was now, maybe in the low 30s, maybe even 20s degrees. And tomorrow is predicted to be even colder than what it was today. Okay, so clearly y'all can see that's why I'm bundling up. I mean, I have my hat on. Y'all can see I got my hat, okay, with my ears covered, right? I have on my scarf. I have on this big coat that as I shared, I almost away one year because I thought it fit too big, but I would have been crazy, y'all, because when I walk outside now, I'm very warm. Okay, so keep that in mind too when you're going through clothing, giving clothing away that you feel like it's too big, especially when it comes to warm winter wear, because hey, that could come in handy. Okay, and so here in Georgia, it was just announced today, as a matter of fact, that on Friday, okay, starting Friday on over into Saturday, we are right now the weather models and the forecast show that in my area of Georgia, we're supposed to be getting a wintry mix. Okay, now that could mean snow, sleet. All right, it could be rain. I believe rain is in the forecast. That could also mean freezing rain or sleet, as well as snow. Okay, so I'm going to share some information with you, but they're already advising us here in Georgia, as well as several parts of the country, to prepare. Okay, so please let me know how the weather is in your particular area. Okay, and I hope that the comments are working. I don't see any comments yet other than mine, but I hope that you can hear me and see me clearly. Okay, all right, listen, let me come on and talk about what's going on here. Again, yes, we know these are the winter months, right? However, in many places, this could be considered unusual weather. Okay, unusual weather because some areas, particularly in my area of Georgia, we don't get 4 inches of snow. Okay, in the winter, we don't even see snow every winter, depending on what part of Georgia you're in. However, that is what they're predicting to come. Okay, so I just want to come on and give you all some updates, and I also want to encourage you to check your own local weather. Okay, all right, y'all. Let me go to my sources here. Let me just give you an update. Give me just a second here, y'all. All right, so according to my sources, here's what they're saying, y'all. Winter storm, this current winter storm Blair, to be exact, has caused wide power outages. Okay, now haven't we talked about power outages here on the channel, y'all? Winter storm Blair has caused widespread power outages as well as travel delays, and multiple people they're reporting have lost their life. Okay, let's talk about what's going on, y'all. Okay, according to my sources, It could be days. Okay, now you may say, Andrea, I'm not in these areas. But listen, y'all, like I reported a few days, okay, at the time, in one of my most recent live videos, I shared with you all that at the time, or week, or last week, the weather models were forecasting that 30 out of the 50 states will be impacted. Now they have increased that to 33 out of the 50 states. So, it sounds like, okay, it's going to affect the majority of the United States, right? But here's what they're saying, y'all, okay? According to my sources, it could be days. It could be days before power is restored and roads are clear. Okay, think about your own local area, what that would look like for your area. And, the pathways that you would have to take to get to your destinations, whether you're going to work, whether you have to drive to, the grocery store, things like that. Okay. So according to my sources, days before power is restored and roads are clear after a winter storm cut a deadly ice path across parts of the U.S. Okay. Thank you to everyone who's tuning in. Okay. At least 10 people had lost their life. Was said to be blamed on the storm that shut down interstates, caused thousands of airport delays, and racked up more than 350,000 power outages from Kansas, Missouri, Illinois, into Virginia, Washington, and Maryland, y'all, okay? The system, as I've reported, named Winter Storm Blair by the Weather Channel, okay, puts millions under winter storm warnings and brought record snowfall to some areas, okay? Now, let me say this, y'all. Check your local weather. Okay, I've been saying that over and over and over. Okay, let me see if I can get my screen a little bit. I've been saying that over and over and over. Please make sure, okay, please make sure that you check your local weather report, okay, because you'll be able to get a, even though it's a prediction, right, able to get an idea of what the weather will be like in your particular area, okay? Some areas are getting hit harder than others. You need to know what applies for your particular area, okay? So they're saying that more than 350,000 power outages, okay, from Kansas, Missouri, and Illinois into Virginia, Washington, and Maryland, okay? The system named Winter Storm Blair by the Weather Channel puts millions under winter storm warnings and brought record snowfall to some areas, okay? Here's a quote from a meteorologist who had this to say, and I quote, Blair also brought a walloping amount of snow in a short amount of time. Okay, again, unusual weather patterns, y'all. How is it that there's so much snow coming down in such a short amount of time? Okay, Washington, D.C. Now, we know Washington, D.C., 2 summers ago, y'all, I brought you coverage where I was in Washington, D.C. Actually, I was right outside the White House. And, we know that is the, central location of our government. As well as we know in what today is January 7th. So in 13 days, we're going to have the inauguration of President Donald Trump. All of this is happening, y'all. Look at what's going on in Washington, D.C., okay? D.C., according to this meteorologist, hasn't had more than 4 inches of snow in one day since January of 2022, okay? Now, let me give you some updates, okay? As of 6:27 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Washington Reagan shuts down runways. Runways are closing this evening at Reagan Washington National Airport, according to an update on the airport's website. The notice posted at 5 p.m. didn't give a specific timeline, but said the closure was necessary so crews could focus on cleaning runways and preventing freezing. Now, what do I get from that? Air travel is impacted, okay? So if you have a flight or you're planning to fly, it's time, whether you're in the area where there's a snowstorm or you're traveling, you want to check flight information. They're rescheduling, delaying, and even in some cases canceling flights, y'all. Okay, as a matter of fact, my sources say that more than 700 flights were canceled or delayed today at Washington National, and that's according to the online tracker flightaware.com. Okay, schools are even closing, y'all. Let me tell you about school closures. Okay, as of 22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have information that says that Washington, Maryland, Virginia schools will be closed tomorrow. Okay, several schools are announcing closures for tomorrow, and in those particular states that I just mentioned. Okay, so again, in your particular area. Okay, do you know whether or not schools will be open, whether or not schools will be closed, or if they will have a delayed opening, meaning they're going to open, have like a 2-hour delay or something like that. Okay. More losses of life, okay, are being blamed on the storm. And 2 more losses of life on roadways, okay, are being attributed to Winter Storm Blair, bringing the total to 7. The latest confirmed losses of life happened in traffic crashes in Virginia and West Virginia. Okay, please, y'all, if you have, even if you don't see snow yet, okay, this morning as I was on the road driving, I got to a point, it looked like it was like kind of like a little, almost like a light icy glaze over the road. And as I was driving, my tire like made like a spinning sound, almost like it had to kind of, like it was trying to overcome something that was on the road to keep going how it was going. So automatically, even, you know, when I got in my vehicle this morning, I didn't have, it was like a light frost over the car, okay? It wasn't like the windows where I had to like scrape out the windows. It wasn't like that. But it did seem like there was a light ice covering over the road, okay? So that made me say, okay, well, hey, let me make sure, especially in this type of weather. Hello, everyone who's tuning in. That made me say that especially in this type of weather and the weather conditions, let me make sure that as I'm driving, if I have to get out and drive, that I'm leaving enough space between my vehicle and the car in front of me, beside me, even the car hopefully behind me, because sometimes people just don't know how to drive in this type of weather, okay? They may not have the proper tires for this type of weather. So again, just things for you to think about, okay? Let's see what else is going on, okay? Please let me know. Please would comment down below. Let me know how the weather is in your area, okay? And I hope that you're well. I hope that your family is well. And let me know again how the weather is in your area, okay? There was a subscriber support here on the channel that commented and let me know how the weather was in their area. So I want to say thank you so much for your support, okay? Something else that they're warning people to be aware of is carbon monoxide poisoning, okay? Extended power outages during a stretch of extreme cold in Texas in 2021. Remember, I covered that incident here on the channel as happening. That led to at least 11 losses of life from carbon monoxide poisoning. Some 1,400 people were treated in medical facilities, okay? Don't let this happen to you, they're advising, okay? Never use a portable generator inside or near covered spaces, including patios or carports. Using an indoor grill or similar items inside can also be dangerous, as can running your car in the garage, even just to charge your cell phone, okay? Please, 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 y'all know what you're doing. Do your research. If you have to do any of these things, use any of these items, be safe, okay? And always have a carbon monoxide detector with working batteries, okay, outside areas and on each level of your home, okay? Let's see. It said also, okay, maybe to add a little bit of humor, the DC Snowball Fight Association has been organizing snowball fights on Washington snow days for 15 years, okay? They said that Winter Storm Blair offered a great opportunity to continue the tradition, okay? Again, in Virginia, power outages could linger for days. My sources say that the Appalachian Power, which I assume is the power company in the area, has told some of their customers in Virginia that they may not have power restored. Hold on, y'all. I'm putting on some. Okay. They may not have power restored until Thursday. Now, again, y'all, the time of this video is Tuesday. Okay. Temperatures are in some cases in the 20s, in the teens. Okay. With the wind chill factor, it may feel like it's below 0, right? And so going without power is a very dangerous and in some case deadly thing, okay? Let me see. Oh, y'all, I just somehow closed out the tabs, okay? All right, so that's what's going on in Virginia. Typically, my sources say power returns in steps and not to every customer at once. The projection is when the last remaining outages will be resolved, okay? Appalachian Power says some of its Virginia customers could expect power outages through Wednesday, okay? Let's see. Kansas City, Missouri, reports are saying that they are experiencing the heaviest snowstorm in 30 plus years. Okay, remember I told you all, well, when we talked about this weather, how it seemed like it was like unusual weather for the time of year, never before seen or never before experienced weather, hasn't happened in centuries or in months or years, not months, but like years, never before seen. This is the type of weather we're having, okay? Why do you think that is the case? You feel like certain areas, now I'm not here to persuade you one way or the other, but remember I told you that there is evidence of weather manipulation. Okay, so do you feel like this is the case? Now, I was doing some research and I read an article where someone had pointed out that some of these areas that are some of the hardest hit right now with these snowstorms are a lot of areas where food is produced here in the United States. Okay, but I'm going to do some more research on that before I confirm that. But that is something to think about. Okay, well, I think that the weather all of a sudden, especially leading up to the inauguration, okay, how is it that all of a sudden now, and everything else is going on, that we're having all of this weather affecting the majority of the United States? Okay, let's see. We also have, according to my sources, record snowfall total in Ohio. Cincinnati saw a total of 8.4 inches of snow on Sunday, y'all. That broke the daily record of 6.9 inches set in 1977, the National Weather said, okay? Dayton, Ohio saw 2.7 inches of snow on Sunday, tying a daily record set in 1903. Are y'all hearing the years that I'm saying, y'all? Well, in one case, almost 50 years. Well, let's see, 1977. So that would be, I'm trying to do the math here, y'all. Let's see, 47 years. Okay, and then this one, well over 100 years. Okay, so see what type of weather we're having. In Topeka, Kansas, is going to take days to clear the snow. Okay, it was said that a post to the city's social media account says road clearing started Sunday night and continues around the clock. Crew will clear streets as they become assessed. Now, depending on where you're located, okay, whether you're in a large city, y'all do the comments work. I for some reason, I don't see any in the comments. I don't know if anyone's commenting or asking a question. I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I just don't see any comments, y'all, okay? But as I was saying, depending on whether you live in a small community or if you're in a larger area, it could take days, okay? Depending on the size of the community, right? Depending on the size of your community, the size of resources available, and as well as what else is happening in your area, your community may or may not have the resources on hand that may have to be shipped in, sent in, brought in from a neighboring county available. They may not have the resources to clear the roads and things of that nature in a timely manner, okay? So you may have to have patience, have an alternate plan, okay? If you have to get out and go to the grocery store, the roads are closed, are you prepared to walk if necessary, okay? Just something for you to think about. Now, another storm, okay? Another storm is in store for later this week, okay? The wintry weather isn't over for the South. That's located. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Listen, if you can hear me and see me, please give this video a thumbs up, okay? And I also want to invite you to subscribe to join our community, okay? Listen, the wintry weather isn't over for the South and East once Blair heads out, okay? Many of the same areas hit by Blair will see more snow and ice. Another winter storm heads across the country, okay? And I believe this next winter storm, if I'm wrong, is called Hurricane Cora. Okay, the next winter storm is said to begin to I'm sorry, let me read this again, y'all, okay? According to my sources, the next winter storm will begin to emerge in the southern plains Wednesday night, that's tomorrow night, and especially Thursday. It could spread snow from parts of northern Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas to other parts of the South, the Ohio Valley, and possibly parts of the East, by Friday or Saturday. Okay, that's why I was telling y'all in my particular area of Georgia, they're already forecasting a wintry mix, possibly snow, up to 2 to 4 inches of snow in the metro Atlanta area, y'all. That's not something that people in this area experience. Okay, so again, unusual weather patterns, but not only unusual weather patterns, weather that is typically not seen in particular parts. Okay. All right, let's see. However, okay, they're also saying, according to meteorologists, that the track of this storm is still uncertain and will determine what areas see significant snow and or ice. Okay, so hopefully in the metro Atlanta area, that will not happen. Okay. Ice is also bringing down trees and power lines. Okay. Think about this, y'all. Anytime there's a threat of ice, that could also put power lines in danger, trees in danger, the branches of snapping in danger of the weight of the ice on the tree, causing tree branches to break and snap and fall, and also cause down power lines. So listen to this, y'all. Okay, according to sources, ice is knocking down trees and power lines, leaving some roads blocked and hundreds of thousands without electricity. A photo on social media shows some of the damage in Kentucky, where more than 80,000 power outages are being reported. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Also, this morning, 10:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, there was a ground stop at O'Hare Airport, and the flight cancellations were stacking up. Arrival at Chicago's O'Hare Airport are currently delayed. This was as of this morning. By up to 90 minutes due to snow and ice, according to the Federal Aviation Administration. In all, they're saying more than 360 flights to or from Chicago are canceled or delayed. Here's how air travel is playing out at some other major airports affected by weather today. And then they just talked about how the different airports, Reagan National in Washington, 476 flights canceled or delayed. Baltimore, Washington International, 276 flights canceled or delayed. I'm sorry, I just read that. Washington Dulles, 220 flights canceled or delayed. St. Louis Lambert International, 206 flights canceled or delayed. Okay. More than 200 as of this morning, 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There were reports of more than 200 vehicle crashes within 12 hours. Okay. Virginia State Police said in a press release that they responded to more than 200 crashes between 4 p.m. Sunday and 4 a.m. Monday. Not all accidents were storm related. There were several injuries. That's according to the Associated Press. Okay. Hazardous road conditions are also reported across Indiana. Drivers in several areas are being asked to stay home. Okay. Listen, y'all, when they advise you to stay home, it's for a reason. Okay. In the case of icy conditions, hazardous conditions on the road. Okay, so please tell you what to do, but just please take heed. Okay, when they advise you not to get on the road. Okay, drivers in several areas, my sources say, are being asked to stay home due to road conditions in Indiana, including in the Bloomington area, where a photo posted by state police showed empty snow-covered Interstate 69. Okay, so again, y'all, if they're advising you to stay home or stay off the roads, please listen so that you will please listen so that you will be safe. Okay. All right. Any questions? I'm just giving you all some updates. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. All right. I'm just looking here. I'm not going to keep you all long. Okay. I just want to come on and give you some updates. I will myself continue to be getting prepared. Okay. So I may not be going live each day. I'll try to make some posts on the community tab, but I just want to come on. Okay. Make sure you're prepared, not only in your home, also in your car. Okay. Do you have your survival needs? Do you have blankets? Do you have water? Something else that I learned just through research, recommended was like, one of the things was like kitty litter in case you're somewhere tires get stuck. You can sprinkle some of that underneath your tire, and that'll help you get out of that'll help you get out of being stuck in the ice. Do you all know if that works? Has anyone ever used that method? Also your floor mats in your car. Okay, if you put those under your tire, it can also help you with traction as far as getting out of being stuck in the ice. Okay, so just some things to consider and think about. Okay, here in Georgia, which is where I am, Governor Kemp has announced weather preparations across Georgia ahead of the winter storm. So I'll tell you exactly what's going on in my state. According to the governor's office, the Georgia Emergency Management and Homeland Security Agency, which is GEMA HS, the Georgia Department of Public Safety, and the Georgia Department of Transportation, and all relevant state agencies will be monitoring the winter weather forecast and preparing for a storm system to enter Georgia later this week. Okay, that's why I was telling y'all Friday, Saturday. Many people, including myself, are getting prepared. Okay, so if you don't see me here on the channel, I'm still busy getting prepared. Okay, Governor Kemp also said he was instructing state agencies to work with local officials to determine the best way to keep Georgia safe before the storm hits. According to Governor Kemp, in a statement, he said, and I quote, "As with any weather system that might impact Georgia communities, we are actively monitoring the approaching winter storm and taking action now to ensure our communities are prepared for any possible impacts," Kemp said in a statement. Along with state agency leaders, I'm meaning Governor Kemp, he's urging Georgians to stay weather aware, especially as they make plans for the coming days. Please make necessary arrangements to keep your family safe and stay tuned for more information as the storm approaches. Okay. Here are steps that state officials here in Georgia are taking to prepare for the winter storm they're expecting. Starting Thursday. Okay, now today is Tuesday. So starting Thursday, the Georgia Department of Transportation will have vehicles and crews brining, I hope I'm saying that's correct, brining roads, okay, particularly in the areas north and along Interstate 20. The governor's office is encouraging Georgians to avoid traveling in the most impacted areas if possible. If you have to travel, the state said to leave plenty of space. Just say that, y'all. To leave plenty of space and clearance on the roads. So that Georgia Department of Transportation crews can treat and clear them as needed for driver safety. Okay, I was saying to leave space between the car in front, the car behind you, so that you won't slide and have an accident. Okay. Additionally, the Motor Carrier Compliance Division will escort DOT, which is Georgia Department of Transportation, bringing team metro area and into northern Georgia up to the Tennessee line. Okay, we border Tennessee. The Department of Public Safety troopers and officers will be on standby across Georgia to answer service calls. Government officials provided winter weather preparedness guidance for residents, which include, okay, now I also have a winter a preparedness playlist here on the channel, so be sure to check that out as well. Here are some other winter weather preparedness guidance that have been shared our governor's office with the residents of Georgia, and I'll share those with you. Let me know if you're doing some of these things, okay, or you can just leave a comment. Use electric heaters with automatic shutoff switches. Keep heat sources at least 3 feet away from furniture and drapes. Insulate your home and ensure doors and windows are sealed. Check and install a working carbon monoxide detector. Backup heat sources like extra blankets, sleeping bags, or a wood-burning fireplace. Check your antifreeze, brakes, heater, tires, and wipers. Keep your gas tank at least half full. Okay, I spoke about that recently. I filled up my vehicle with gas. I need to top it off even more now. But again, y'all, there was another story to kind of tie in with that. I think there was like a 7-hour delay recently on a highway. I don't know if that was in Ohio. Does anyone know about that? But imagine being trapped, right? Stuck on the highway due to whatever incident is taking place. And you only had gas and all you was trying to do was just make it to the next exit. Y'all, we can't afford that happening in this type of weather with these type of situations going on. So again, y'all, please make sure that you have enough gas in your car. Okay, I remember governor's office here in Georgia recommended keeping your tank half full. I would even say try to make sure it's as close to full as possible. Okay, whatever is within your budget, whatever you feel like you need to do. Okay, I can't tell you to do, but I can just share advice with you. Okay. Also, people of Georgia are being advised to carry an emergency ready kit with items like a portable phone charger, ice scraper, extra blanket, sand. Okay, sand is another thing that can be used for traction, and jumper cables. Okay, do you have these items in your vehicle or in the trunk of your vehicle? Okay, use generators outdoors and at least 20 feet from doors, windows, or vents to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. Allow pipes to drip or insulate them to prevent freezing. Keep pets indoors and check on elderly or disabled relatives and neighbors. Okay. And they also put a link finding more preparedness tips. If I can get the link to work, I'll put that on the community as well. Okay. Does anyone have any questions or comments? I don't want to keep y'all long. I am sitting in my vehicle. Okay. I can feel the temperature dropping, even though I'm bundled up. And even though, yes, okay, I do have a blanket also in my car, y'all. So don't not only think about being prepared in your home, but also think about what you need to have in your car in order to be winter ready. Okay, I told y'all I got this big coat on. Y'all, I almost gave this coat, I almost donated this coat because I thought it was too big. I would have been crazy, y'all. This coat warm, and it's keeping me warm during the only time I really bring it out is when the temperatures are like this, down in the 20s and predicted to be in the teens. But it is doing exactly what I need it to do. Okay, I got my scarf on. I don't have them on right now, but I got my gloves, warm socks, shoes that can sustain being in ice and wet conditions, all of those things. Okay, some people sometimes put on undergarments like thermals, extra protection, whatever you feel like you got to do in order to stay warm. Okay. All right, so I just want to share with you what our governor was announcing here in Georgia. Does he have any questions or concerns? Okay, again, I apologize for some reason. I do not see any comments other than the comments that I put earlier. So I hope that you all are not, commenting and I can't see it. I hope that's not the case. But if it is, I do apologize. Now, listen, y'all, while much of the country is dealing with snow, ice, the threat of winter storm, do you all know in Southern California, apparently a fire, okay, has threatened several areas and caused forced evacuations. Are you all aware of that? Let me know if you're what's going on in South Carolina, okay? I'm not South Carolina, Southern California, okay? Let me see if I can bring you all some updates on that. I know I have some subscribers, supporters from the state of California. So I pray that you all are well there, okay? According to my sources, y'all, residents in, and again, y'all, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. That will help more people see the video. That will help more people realize, hey, listen, y'all, as I share with people, some people didn't even know that the weather is supposed to be like this. For whatever reason, some people just don't check the weather, okay? I'm not here to criticize anybody. Some people just day to day, and they say, hey, whatever comes my way, they'll just deal with it as it comes. But again, y'all, check your local report, okay? Check your local weather report and know what's going on, okay? So that you can prepare. You'll know how to dress, especially for yourself. If you have a small child or children, elderly, it's just good to know, right? That's something that I just always grew up knowing to do because I saw my family do it, checking the weather, okay? Now, according to my sources, okay, again, y'all, while we're preparing and dealing with this winter storm in the state of California, okay, residents, particularly according to my sources in the Los Angeles neighborhood, are in a state of panic as they find themselves trapped by a wildfire, okay? Are y'all hearing what's going on? Now, I've talked about wildfires before in California, but y'all, residents in a Los Angeles neighborhood are in a state of panic as they find themselves trapped by a wildfire, okay? Now, let me make sure I say this correctly, okay? Palisades Drive in the Pacific Palisades has been sealed off due to an enormous that's out of control, they're saying, okay? Footage of the dire situation has surfaced online following the issue of an urgent evacuation order. Evacuees are being advised to move southbound along Palisades Drive and west on Sunset to southbound PCH, okay? According to sources, there's no initial estimate for the number of structures damaged or destroyed, but an Associated Press photographer captured images of firefighters looking to extinguish flames inside a home. Meteorologist Paul Diano said the wildfire situation in California is, and I quote, near worst case scenario for residents. Okay, so I'm praying for the people in that area that they be well, that they're able to get out, take the things that they need with them. And for some reason, they're also saying that the wind, okay, so apparently winds reaching 55 miles per hour are pushing the fire further towards neighborhoods, putting more homes and civilian lives at risk, they're saying, okay? There are more than 100 firefighters and pre-positioned strike teams battling the blaze, okay? So I also pray for those firefighters, first responders, okay? Also putting their life on the line to help these people and put out these fires to save lives, to save homes, and things of that nature, okay? Residents are asking firefighters to fire roads. Let's see. So, wow, this is a situation. I'm going to try to monitor this as well. Of course, again, in my area, we're preparing for a winter storm. But this is very ironic, it seems, that, again, while much of the United States is battling, preparing for this winter storm, going through the winter storm in California, they're dealing with high winds, and a wildfire that is spreading, forcing evacuations. What's really going on, okay? All right, any questions or comments before I end the live? I just want to come on and give you all updates. Please be safe. Please prepare and get what you need while you can. Things that you need include water, food. Okay, all about the benefits of having an emergency food supply as well as water, survival needs, medical needs. Just ask yourself, okay, if you had inside 5 days, 3 days, however many days, do you have the things that you need in order to sustain, to survive during that time period, okay? Listen, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you all. It's getting cold, so I'm about to crank up my car, and I'm about to go to my next destination. Listen, stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned to the community tab. Look at my playlist. I have playlists on survival, preparedness, growing your own food, food shortages, all the things that I've spoken about since I started my channel in 2021. It's 2025 now, y'all. But a lot of things, okay? Most things that I talked about back then is very relevant to today, okay? Take care, y'all. Be blessed. I want to come on and just talk to you all. Are you ready? Okay, this is supposed to be the big one, right? This is supposed to be the big one. Are you ready? Okay, get ready. Stay ready so that you don't have to panic and rush and get ready, okay? Take care, y'all. Be blessed. Stay safe. I pray that no hurt, harm, or danger come your way, and I'll talk to you in the next video, okay? Thank you so much for supporting me. See you in the next video.